Hi there. Thanks for stopping by. This is kind of a small part two um, on how we can use puzzles to support our kids to engage and support especially some of that language development. So, a couple of different ways we can use this specifically around language. So, receptive language is when our child understands, shows that they understand what we're saying. So it could be following a direction, like me saying, okay, find the turtle, find the turtle, and they get the turtle. Maybe I say, find the octopus, and you know what? The squid and the octopus, I always got those mixed up when I was a kid. Also has a lot of feet. So if they get the wrong thing, that's okay. It's just like, oh, you found the squid. The squid has a lot of legs too. Hmm. Do you know where the octopus is? You can wait, pause, give them a chance to show you that they do know where it is. Um, and if, again, they have taken, you know, if they're just kind of getting whichever one they're interested in, um, we don't need to keep asking them to do the same thing if they're not specifically trying to find the octopus yet, right? So if they're just like, I just want to fish, I don't really want you telling me what to get, or asking me, where's the crab, where's the jellyfish? They really just want to play with the puzzle and pick them up. And in those cases, rather than asking them to find specific things, you can do a great job of building that vocabulary just by labeling what they're doing. Labeling using verbs. Oh, you're fishing, and it's going down, down, down. You picked up the octopus. Wow, nice job. You found the octopus. There's the shark. You got the shark with sharp teeth. So that's another way that you're building your child's language is just describing and narrating what they're doing. So as they pick up the whale and you say, whale, you have the whale, or whale up, dolphin up, so we can use shorter language, or even just whale, dolphin, seahorse as they are picking them up. We can match kind of the level of, if they're saying one word, if they're at the stage where they're saying one word at a time, maybe we just label with one word or two words. If they're not using a lot of language or a lot of speech, verbal language yet, again, we can even model just like down, up, down, up. We can make silly sounds. So every time they get one, whale, yay! And just make a big deal out of the fact that they got it, right? So we're encouraging and celebrating them and helping them to feel proud even of getting them. We can also use that language to support their building their vocabulary and understanding these things. So labeling things is a type of expressive language. It's a way of, it's just labeling, right? It's saying what we see. I see this. Or maybe, uh, I hear a fire engine go by outside and it's going wee-oo, wee-oo. And I go, fire. Or, I maybe, or dogs barking, and I go, dog. So labeling can be a way of saying, I see this, I hear this, ooh, yummy when I'm eating. So things that we're detecting by our senses, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, all of those are ways when we're using that language that we're labeling to say, oh, I know something about this thing that I'm interacting with. Requesting is another great way that we all use our expressive language. So uh, requesting is different, right? Um, Labeling is like, oh, whale and stingray. Like, I see a whale, I see a stingray. I don't really care about getting them. I'm just saying I see them. When you've got a child who's like reaching for the whale, they want the whale, right? So they want it. We want to help build that language so they can request it. They can tell us what they want and what they need. Um, a lot of kids' frustration at young ages is they might be able to say what they see, but then when they want something, it's like they can't find the words and they're just like, I want that thing over there. Um, so if you've got a child who's just grabbing or reaching or pointing, saying, oh, whale, whale, you wanted the whale. So by saying that the name of that object once, twice, even three times, which feels like a lot, but repeating and using the name as they're reaching for it, as they get it, as they put it in, it's really helping them to learn the word for this thing in context. So it's really meaningful. Um, some kids are at the point where we're really working on them making choices. So we would hold up two things, um, and maybe they reach for or they point to one or the other. Oh, yeah, you choose the octopus. Here's the octopus, octopus in. Great job. Um, we might have some really young ones who see two different things and they're reaching for both of them. So at that point, it's usually what I'll do is I may kind of present one a little closer, make it a little easier for them. Um, and so that when they touch that one first, oh, the crab. You get the crab first. So again, kids want what they see, but by holding two things up, we're giving them a chance to make a choice. If you've got a kid who loves jellyfish, but when you hold these two up, they're reaching or pointing to both of them. Another thing I can do is I might bring it back a little bit, and then they're like this is not the one I wanted. And they kind of make that face or they shake their head, or then they start reaching for this one. Then it's truly a choice. That's awesome, right? So if we are making this easier for them, but this is the one they really want, we actually want them to then kind of be like, no, I don't want both of them. I want this one. And to be a little bit more direct in showing us which one they want. Putting these back as we talk. Some kids are really good at answering yes and no. And then as parents, we get really good at asking yes, no questions because it makes it easier on the child. They're able to communicate, but it doesn't always kind of just work a little bit harder on giving them the chance to use more words. So if you are, if you have one of those kids and you're like, oh, do you want the turtle? Yes. Yes, yeah, shaking their head, yeah. That's great. They're communicating that they want that. But then what we can do to kind of move them forward a little bit is to offer a choice. Which one? Which one do you want? If they're kind of not reaching or if they're reaching for both of them, again, you can kind of help see if that helps them to be a little bit more clear about which one they want. Also, whichever one they do want, again, we're just going to name it. Seahorse. Oh, yes, you wanted the seahorse. Seahorse. So we can really respond to and honor that yes and no that they're doing. But when we offer choices, it's harder to, which one do you want? Yes. that doesn't really answer the question that well. So by offering choices and kind of supporting them to make a choice, is those are some nice ways to move that forward. If you have a child who is in early intervention and working with a speech therapist or another developmental interventionist, certainly they can give you a lot more individualized strategies that are going to be specific and particular to your child where they're at. But these are some really nice strategies and ways to think about language. So it's not just, oh, my child is saying 10 words, but we can think about how are they using those words? Are they using them to label things they see? Are they like, car, car, and they want to direct our attention? They want to show us a car. Are they saying car because they want the car? They were making that request. So just thinking about all the different ways we use language, and just knowing that there's a lot of things we can do as parents to support our kids to use language in a lot of different ways. Puzzles, we can work on a lot of language in a lot of ways. Labeling and then requesting are some great ones. So, part 2 of using puzzles. Have a fabulous day. Please share, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by.